Blue Steel, we're talking about stress, and we're looking in this segment for baseline. What is baseline?
A baseline tells me how you are reacting to things today. Okay? I don't really, if I'm questioning you, I don't really want to know how you're acting yesterday. Because you may have been having a bad day yesterday, or you might be having a bad day today. Right. If you're having a bad day, Steve, do you react to things differently? Yeah?
Yes, I do.
You do. I keep waiting to catch you on a good day. So, fine. But I want to see, if I'm questioning you, I want to know how you're reacting today.
How far into an interview can you get and determine that? I mean,
well, what you want to do to get a baseline.
Right. Is that something you want to do up front?
Up front.
Immediate as you can?
I want to sit down. I want to try to put you at ease. Let's talk about things that don't even relate to the case.
All right.
And let's talk about things that I know the answer to. Okay?
So what are you reading then when you're doing it?
I'm reading you, your whole demeanor. In other words, if I ask you a question and you lie to me, I'm going to see what you look like when you're lying, because I'm going to know the answer to the question before I ask you. Okay. If you tell me the truth, if you genuinely try to remember, I'm going to see how you look when your genuine recall is.
So you're cataloging as you go through
Yes,
this?
sir. Yes, sir.
How much of this do you have to do?
We're talking about, you can do it in 90 seconds, 2 minutes.
It's all right, okay.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. If you're good at it, once you get to do it. Yeah.
So once you determine that baseline, then where do you go from there?
Well, then you start saying, okay, let's, I appreciate you coming in. Let's try and talk about, bang, the theft that happened in section C over here at the factory.
So you're looking for a difference in reaction from what you've seen.
Exactly. Okay. What you look for, we talk about body language, look for changes. If you say something or do something and you see a significant change in that person, a change in their baseline behavior, you want to come back 2 or 3 minutes later, however long, and go through that question again, or go through whatever you did, see if you get the same reaction. If you get the same reaction to the same question 2 or 3 times, follow up. Ask some more questions. See why you're getting that reaction.
If you're interviewing me, and I haven't been through this process before, it's my first time, and then I could see, what if you're dealing with somebody, crime has been their way of life. Okay?
Right.
Do they know what you're doing? Can they throw you off?
Oh, yeah. Sure they can. If they talk to you at all, you're in good shape. But, you get a different theme. We're going to talk about theme in a minute.
All right.
You get a different theme with somebody who's hardcore criminal than you do with somebody who is not used to being in the criminal, not used to violence, whatever have you. But you still can get a reaction. A good example, I know we talked about this guy, Tommy Lynn Sales,
right,
that I went and talked to out in Texas, okay? Convicted of 23 murders. I did a baseline on him, and I knew his past, and I started asking about Cleveland, Tennessee, because he lived over there for a while.
Okay.
I knew the answers, and I saw immediately that when he was trying to accurately recall something, he looked down and to the right.
Okay.
Which meant something to me later on in the interview.
How long does it take you to do that? I mean, we've talked about before, when you buy a car, you've never seen one like it, and then on the way home you see 15.
Yeah.
So, you learn what's significant in my reaction when you're trying to find that baseline. Other people might miss that.
Well, experience means a lot. Experience means a lot. And I think we've talked before, different people look for different, and it's common when you're interviewing somebody, people will say, did you see his eyes?
Okay.
And I said, yeah. I said, did you see his feet? Did you notice a change in his voice, a change in his behavior? Okay. Look for changes, significant changes.
How do you summarize this session?
Baseline behavior tells you how they're acting now, today.
Okay.
I'm not concerned with, if I'm questioning you, I want to know how you're acting today. You may have had a bad cup of coffee. You may react different. I'm going to ask you questions that have nothing to do with our investigation, because I want to put you at ease. And I want to see how you act normally. If I don't know how you act normally, how can I tell if you're acting unusual? Okay. I can't. Ask questions that you know the answer to, so you can tell how they act, if they're being deceitful or if they're being truthful, okay? Go from there. It's important you get a baseline on the person you're talking to, because you cannot tell what's unusual if you don't know what normal is.